Good evening, Board of Directors. My name is Cory Hogue, and my group of expert consultants has analyzed the telecommunication industry over the next 20 years. We will identify several areas of change that will occur in the future. They are divided up into 5 categories: social, cultural, economic, education, political, legal, and technological change. In a general sense, the technologies that will be profitable in the future will be universally compatible, flexible, and customizable.
The social cultural changes that will be affecting the industry are first, irresistible sharing. Um, because of the technology of the internet, no longer are we restricted into things we share, such as transportation, entertainment. Now we can share everything. Also, our population is constantly overstimulated with the new technologies. Every single year, technology triples, doubles on top of itself, and we can barely keep up with it. As we are becoming an extremely visual culture. We have looks, we care about looks, HDTVs. We have to have ourselves more and more suitable for the world to see. We also feel extremely entitled to the things that we receive over technology. No one, we pay for internet access, but soon even that will probably become free, and we expect everything on the internet to be open source, free, to access to anyone and everyone who wants it. We also have much more knowledgeable consumers with things like internet chat rooms and discussion forums. What once only a local population would know about, the entire world has access to, and therefore no longer are we restricted by physical boundaries. We're only restricted by our access to the internet. The demographics are really going to change over the next 20 years. It's expected that the U.S. population will grow to at least 300 million people, which doesn't sound like a big change, but when you factor that the baby boomers can be completely phased out at the end of the next 20 years, and we have generations X and Y coming up, and what stimulates them and their interests are completely different than the previous generation. So it's an entirely new population of consumers who want different things, and also globalization is up and coming, and we're going to have a much more mobile population. There's going to be the growth of other cultures, and even with the internet, it's going to, the spread of that is, only going to increase over the next 20 years. Next up, we have Travis Mims, who is our economic expert.
Discussed in detail about economic changes. I want to talk about terrorism. And terrorism, there are 2 types of terrorism. There's direct terrorism, there's also indirect. With direct, we're talking about terrorism that affects buildings, or that can even prevent work or delaying work. But with indirect, we're talking about things that happens, or you have to go out and pay for a security guard, or even security cameras. So those type of things can affect the economy. The reason why I brought that up is because terrorism is unlikely to disappear by the year 2025. So with that, you have to construct your business or construct your organization to accompany that. With that, emerging economies, when you're dealing with emerging economies, you're dealing with demographics as well as personalization. In demographics, the aging population is likely going to disappear versus India and China. In India, their culture have more of a younger consumer versus China. Their cultures have 65 and plus. They're going to start deteriorating, while India's economy is going to be more developed. Next slide. With a huge population, the consumer goods and service markets presents an enormous opportunity for businesses, especially young consumers. With the aging economy, with the aging cultures, younger consumers present a greater target for businesses, as more people are going out spending for as future industries such as cars and households and even appliances. The younger consumers are the ones who are going to go out and spend more money on these assets. you're going to see rapid growth. You're going to see rapid growth also in foreign investments. For example, if you want to invest in a company in China or different foreign investors such as India, it can present a bigger opportunity for companies to grow. And with the prospects of that, you're going to see a rapid growth in these industries, such as in order to see rapid growth, you should check out personalization. If you personalize your product to fit the consumer's needs, you're going to see more and more consumers coming forward to purchase this item. With China on the rise as it is, you see that the economy is going to shift from United States being at the top to China being at the top. So you have to construct your business to fit that on a per capita basis. These are different challenges that you're going to see as the future progresses, especially in the year 2025. The industry as we know it, or even the structure as we know it now, is going to seem obsolete. It's going to disappear before the industry as before World War II. With that, continued economic growth coupled with 1.2 billion population will fill the economy. Asia, Africa, and Latin America will be one of the economies that will grow the fastest, coupled with 3% GDP in purchasing power terms. But consumer electronics, applications, and other resources will be the new trend in the economic future. So with that, that's the challenges that we're going to face. And after he's going to come up and he's going to tell you more about education.